Uh, there she go. Oh, I love when everybody comes to work. I love when everybody comes to work. Greetings, y'all. Greetings, greetings, and greetings to my member Sal. Look, Sal. I'm using New Palo Santo. Let me say hello. Miss Moore, greetings, my love. Greetings. I'm doing well, love. Thank you for joining me on your lunch break. Are you at work right now? Oh, it's midnight. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. I am so, where are you at? Barbara, greetings, Barbara. Hey, I'm glad you were able to make it. India. Oh, all right. Very good. Very good. Miss Moore, listen, if you got to leave, you got to leave. But I'm thankful that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. How's everyone doing? How's that, baby? We're in India. Oh, who knew I would have ever made it like that, huh? Okay, hold on. Before I do anything, we are good for our spiritual downloads. No, I just started YouTube, huh? And I'll stay. Oh, okay, wonderful. Before we get started, for our spiritual download, we're going to be using Brianna Hovey's The Soul's Truth. Now, she's got a new deck out, and I got to get it. I follow her on the Instagram. And, she just only came out with, she published her own deck. I like that. She had a lot of faith in who she is and what the deck said. Baby, I'm glad she did, because the deck is beautiful. The deck is beautiful. Yes, Miss Moore, the deck is beautiful. All right, pull the card. We're going to put that aside. Miss Flores, greetings. Greetings. Oh, the chat is busy today. I'm happy about that. I'm happy. Y'all, please don't forget to hit the like. Please hit the like. Come through now. Please hit the like. All right. Should we do some more hellos, or do you all want me to get into it? I'd like to wait for a little bit more people, but if not, we could do whatever you need, because I don't want to lose anybody. I know people are working, or in the case of Miss Moore, it's midnight where she's at. How we doing? What do we do here? Should I go into it? Nay. Okay. All right. That's my cue. That's my cue. I'm gonna stay a little bit so more people get in here. Thank you, Miss Moore. Thank you. Again, I want to be respectful, because I know people are working and stuff, but I figured, I might get a little different audience at this point. But no. Oh, nay, it's all right, baby. Like I responded to you in the comments, sweetheart. We'll always do. There's always going to be another live, baby. And if you do the replay, that actually helps the channel. So, it works out. All right. Let's get into this. All right. Right off the bat, y'all. Y'all, I told you yesterday that Christopher, they're able to get housing for Christopher, right? Thank you, Universal Mind. I invited him to stay with me last night, and he was like, no. Well, the National Guard is here in Chicago, and they're at the parks where the homeless people are at. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with those other people, but he just hit me up and he asked if the invitation was open. So he will be coming. I will be after work. I told him I get off of work at 8 p.m. I will be meeting him. And I will be getting him. And that makes me feel good. Until he is placed, at least I know he's safe. So we got that. Yes, nay. All right. Again, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like. Please subscribe to the channel. Make yourselves known in the comments, and we're gonna get into it. So, y'all, yesterday Mercury was in Virgo. And it was opposing Saturn retrograde. Long or the short, that was a cosmic push for us to speak our truth with accountability and balance against authority and outdated systems. All right. Today, Mercury is moving into Libra, and it opposes Neptune retrograding in Aries. So, Vibe Tribe, Spirit Tribe, Tarot Bites. Right now, the world feels very confusing. Right now, the world feels very, very confusing. It's foggy. And there are a lot of illusions going on. Astrologically, cosmically, the universe is asking us to step out of our hesitation, gain perspective, and speak our truths with clarity. Remember, Pluto has been in Aquarius since last year. That is, long-term generational shift is underway. Collectively, old systems are being challenged. Hidden truths are coming up to the forefront, and society is moving towards innovation and equality. It may not feel like that. It may not feel like that. But this is where we're at. What you all are feeling personally is mirrored in the larger world. The stars are in sync with the changes all around us. Let me break this down in tarot, all right? So, Mercury in Libra is justice. It's justice all day long. Mercury in Libra wants balance. It wants diplomacy. It wants fairness in how we communicate. Justice is your words. Your words can create harmony, fairness, and alignment. I'm going to say this again. Your words can create, full stop. Your words can create. Your words can create. Now, I say they can create harmony, fairness, and alignment. Recently, there was an individual that was on a platform pontificating to large masses who said that executions should be public, they should be fast, and they should be televised. Those were his words. Those were his words. The universe responded, here's your order. It was fast. It was televised. Words. Words. That's what words can create. Justice right here. You can use those words to create harmony, fairness, and alignment. All right. Let me take a look at the chat. Let me see what's going on. Negros Masabi. Hello, darling. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to move right along, baby. I'm going to move right along. Neptune retrograding in Aries. That is the hangman. That is the hangman. Neptune retrograde can bring illusions, confusion, and second guessing. The hangman right here is asking us to step back, to pause, and see things from a different perspective before we act or before we speak. Now, the opposition in air. Okay, we got the Aries, the Emperor, because that's Aries. This is tension. It pushes you to be bold and direct and authoritative in your truth. The Emperor, claim your voice. Stand firm. Don't be shrinking back. Together, We're stepping out of hesitation. We're gaining perspective, and we're grounding ourselves in honesty. So, collective, let your words carry the authority and clarity the situation demands. Let me break it down for you even further. What does all this shit mean? You are going to be feeling torn between keeping the peace and speaking your raw truth. And that is a very, very fucked up place to be at. Confusion, illusions, they can make it all tempting to stay quiet or to hedge your words. Today I woke up and I saw the headline that this late night person got his show pulled. And they got their show pulled because they just quoted what this young man said, what CK said. He just said a quote. He didn't disparage the young man, nothing. He just quoted him. And for that quote that came from the author, his show was pulled. Yesterday, Mercury in Virgo, opposite Saturn, taught us accountability and discernment in our speech. Today, we're taking that foundation, we're taking that accountability, we're taking that discernment in speech, and we're going to make that the foundation and apply clarity and perspective boldly. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So the theme running from yesterday to today, clarity, accountability, perspective, speaking truth with courage. Now I need you to hear me. I want you to all to listen to what I'm saying really carefully, because I am not contradicting myself right now. Don't beat around the bush. Say what you mean, but remain grounded. Pause to gain perspective before reacting. That's hangman. Pause to gain perspective before reacting. What that means is, let me say this to you all. If you're listening, that man is not worth you losing your job. That man is not, do not give that man more power than what he's got. That man is not worth you losing your job. You're going to be judicious. You're going to be judicious about what you say. Balance, sharp, honestly. Balance, sharp, honesty. That's Mercury in Virgo. With diplomacy and fairness, that's Mercury in Libra. Now, right now, I want you to ask yourselves this question right now. Are you speaking to maintain comfort, or are you speaking to create alignment or clarity? I'm going to give you guys a minute to speak, to look at that. Let me look at my chat. Please say that's not true. He got pulled because he lied about the shooter being a Republican, and that's not true. Well, Barbara, from my perspective, what I also know is that he didn't claim any political affiliation. But I will say this, Barbara, that if that is the case, if he just lied, or maybe he was misinformed about that political affiliation, it doesn't excuse all the other deaths that were caused because of incitement. That's it. That's all. So once again, your words are creative power. When you speak with clarity, when you align with thought, feeling, and spirit, when truth is tempered with perspective, that's going to clear illusions and set energy free. Where in your life are you hesitant to speak at right now? How can gaining perspective help you communicate more effectively, more clearly? How can you carry forward the clarity and accountability from yesterday into today's actions. You're absolutely right, Barbara. No one has the right to kill anyone for any reason. No one has the right to play God. And nobody here is saying that, Barbara. Nobody here is saying that. But at the same time, Barbara, when your words can do those things, when they can create, what you put out there is it. I'm not going to belabor this point. This young man said that in order to maintain the Second Amendment, there's going to be some shooting deaths. That young man lived and died by what he believed. That's all I'm saying. Because I can tell you this, Barbara, I can tell you this. You feeling some way about this. You definitely feeling some way about this. But the same way that you're feeling about this young man, I feel the same way about every young child that is afraid to go to school. As a teacher, I had to tell my class what to do in case of an active shooter drill. And this is in beauty school, Barbara. Now, I've got a problem with that. And again, Barbara, this is not a back and forth between you and me. We're just having a discussion. I'm glad you're here. And, and I'm glad that you saying your piece. I'm not here to argue with anybody, Barbara. I'm just giving my perspective. That's it. That's all. So I want you all to remember, Pluto in Aquarius is highlighting a larger collective transformation. The stars are perfectly aligned with the shifts that are happening right now. Trust that your words, your clarity, and your truth are exactly what's needed to bring balance and alignment, even if it feels uncomfortable. Even if it feels uncomfortable. Here it is. Y'all, when you need to have these conversations, you do I statements. I feel this way. I feel this way. You make it personal. Listen, I don't know Miss Barbara, but she said her view. I said mine. We're both walking away with this, understanding each other. And that's what discussion should be. It all just makes me so angry. I didn't even know of him before he was murdered, and I'm glad we can converse with that. Barbara, that's what I'm saying, Barbara. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And once again, y'all, stick with the plan, not with your mood. Stick with the plan, not with your mood. When clearly people have got opinions about this. People have got a lot of opinions about this. All right. None of this is worth anybody losing a job. None of this is doing anything. Honestly, I don't know who this, I don't see what this young man did that is warranted losing our freedom of speech. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. People get shot and killed and leave families behind all the time that have done greater things than this. But now the nation has to bow down. I don't get it. I don't get it. And again, you don't have to believe me. Look at the stars, look at the constellations, break it down for what it means. You all can do that for yourselves, because I did not want to have this conversation today. I did not want to have this conversation today. To be very honest with you, I've been trying to push back as much as I can. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. So prior to me coming on, we getting into this, we used the Soul's Truth Oracle by Miss Brianna Hovey, and y'all saw my shuffle, y'all saw my pull, and the card that we pulled was this one right here. Oh, I thought that was a double card. It says right here, this card right here, it says, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? All right, collective, here we go. Do you surround yourselves with people who lift you up? When I get this card, I'm feeling friends, energy, vibes, people who raise you up versus people who bring you down. When I get this card and I see this statement, I question who in my life is actually fueling my growth? Who's holding me back? You should not be feeling drained or devalued or stuck because of the energy around you. I'm going to tell you something. You want to know who's on your side and who's not? Here's who's on your side. When you can walk away from that individual and you feel good, that's who's on your side. That is who's on your side. When you walk away from somebody and they feel good, all right? Our energy mirrors the people we keep close around us. So with that being said, collective, surround yourself with uplifting, positive people and watch how your vibration rises. Let me say, y'all, drop a heart in the chat if you all are ready to level up your circle. Are you ready to leave some people behind? Are you ready to level up? Put a heart in the chat if you are. Again, with this card, we're talking about friendships. We're talking about support. We're talking about influence. We're talking about peers. We're talking about community right now. Humans mirror the energy that they absorb. Toxic or low vibing connections, that limits our growth. Choose conscious relationships. Choose conscious relationships because those increase your joy. They motivate and they motivate and they bring us into closer alignment. Okay? They bring us into closer alignment. So before I sign off, I'm going to give you an affirmation. I attract people who elevate me and my purpose every day. I attract people who elevate me and my purpose every day. You can love people from afar. You can love them, but that doesn't mean that they have access to you. Everybody is not meant for everybody. Okay? All right, y'all. I've been on here for 23 minutes. It's lunchtime. You all go on and eat your lunch. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Thank you so much. Thank you for having that discussion with me, Barbara. Miss Nay, thank you for stopping by. Ms. Moore, thank you from India. Miss Moore, thank you. Thank you, Miss Moore. And let's see, Martha, who else? Everybody that joined, thank you so much. Listen, y'all go out there, you all stay in alignment, stay blessed, speak your truth, stay grounded in what you know. Stay grounded in what you know. You ain't got to back down. But this is not a hill that you've got to die on. This is not a hill you need to lose your job over. All right? All right. All right, babies. Y'all stay blessed. There we go. Yes.